Welcome to the Enginerdy Show. This is Mr. Pold.
I'm St. Jimmy.
DVD.
At your service.
Well, no.
And we're the Enginerds. Oh,
Why did you say it like that?
We represent the Engineerd clan.
Oh, great.
we're already off the rails.
What are those people called? Munchkins?
Sorry, I was thinking of
Lollipop Guild.
Span the Void.
It's
Yeah.
the Engineerd Guild.
I was thinking Span the Void where he
Are
says,
we a
and
guild?
I'm Jim.
Oh.
Are we?
And I'm
I think
Jim.
we're a guild. We're not gilded, though. Or gelded. Yeah.
Did you gild your lily cage? Anyways, we're a weekly podcast about technology, culture, news, and media.
Oh, is that what we're supposed to do?
Well,
Which one am I?
we try. You're
Oh.
the news. You're the news girl. Our fake sponsor this week is Con Air Bud. The lovable sports-playing dog gets on the wrong side of the law.
It's almost as good as mine. Which
We're not
gonna
gonna.
mention on air.
No, we're not gonna go there.
Sorry, Mom.
Yes, that would be required.
But I was gonna talk about Benadryl.
Oh.
Inside joke.
So, the 2 days ago.
Yes.
The 2 days ago.
2 days ago, I started noticing that my allergies were starting to kick in.
Oh,
So,
my.
My allergies last about a month, starting sometime February, March.
Oh, I would start them sooner.
I wish I could. No, so I started feeling the oncoming of allergies. So I took, before work, I took some Benadryl.
Oops.
Not even thinking
No.
about the drowsy effect.
Was it non-gluten?
I don't know.
Because our allergy medicine is.
I used to take Benadryl specifically so that I would fall asleep.
I know, I totally did not even think about that.
Well, it doesn't work that way for my oldest son, Zach.
Hmm.
The doctor suggested that when he was a child and he had like night terrors and stuff,
Hmm.
and he didn't want to go to sleep.
Well, it's because you keep force feeding him Benadryl.
No, the Benadryl actually had the opposite effect.
Oh.
Oh.
It made him wired.
So I was fine through breakfast and driving to the park and ride and on the bus
That's the important part.
and on the ferry.
The driving part.
But as soon as I got off the ferry and started walking to my office, I could tell something was wrong because I could not walk in a straight line without concentrating.
3 darts is too much.
I could feel myself drifting to the right
Oh,
as I
boy.
walked
I've seen lots of people walk like that at work. It's fine.
at work.
Trying to walk past them on the sidewalk and all of a sudden like veering into your lane. Like,
Oh.
why are you?
Walk straight.
I was so drowsy at work. I was sitting at my computer just like I had to try really hard to stay
That's
awake.
why they invented caffeine.
I thought that's why they invented the brim on your hat so your head doesn't actually hit the keyboard.
Well, I didn't know if combining caffeine and Benadryl would cause
It's
some weird
fine.
reaction with myself.
It's totally good.
I did drink some hot cocoa.
Ooh.
If you want to be really awake and strange, because Benadryl has that effect on me, I get really weird.
So
That's why we laced your soda with it.
I have to drink Diet Pepsi right now because my family. I forgot about my stash in the car of Mountain Dew.
Oh.
So this
Failed.
morning I did
I've
not
got-
take Benadryl,
Diet mug root beer.
but I was sneezing throughout the day. So I told my coworker that. So yesterday I was sleepy. Today I'm sneezy. Guess
Tomorrow
which
you're
dwarf
gonna
I'm
be
gonna be
dopey.
next yesterday or
What
tomorrow?
are you guys referencing? I don't get the reference.
Snow White and the Seven
Cinderella.
Dwarfs. There's bashful,
that?
Doc, dopey,
I'm just kidding.
sneezy, sleepy.
You named your
grumpy.
dog after... No,
I
that
was
was
pretending to be
something
one
else.
of our engineers at work. That
Oh.
when someone said something about Metallica, he's like, "What's Metallica?"
Is that
That's
a
this
color?
indie band that.
Is that a type of metal?
It's a semi-metal. It's near silicon on the periodic table.
Yeah, it's metal.
This kid has not experienced anything.
Wow.
It's
Is he
been
from
Kept
Montana?
in the closet. I don't know.
No offense to the people from Montana.
What's a computer?
Just people. In
How did you
Montana?
get a job here?
I don't think people from Montana could operate a computer.
Don't have internet.
I don't think they have electricity.
It's weird to have high-speed cars, but not high-speed internet.
Well, they did do away with the infinite speed limit.
Oh.
It wasn't technically infinite. There's something called air resistance.
Well,
At a certain point,
Well, and
as soon as they go a
Relativity.
significant percentage of the speed of light, then weird things start happening.
yeah, relativistic effects.
Yeah, so the road's just like
You get to where you're going and everybody's aged 20 years.
I saw this interesting YouTube video of this guy. Oh, I think it was a TED Talk, but his field of study is antimatter propulsion.
Mm.
Why do you
Actually,
need to propel antimatter?
Well, he said you could have
To
the
get
same,
it away from matter.
the same
Get
energy
away.
contained in like an M&M sized antimatter.
Does does it cause
antimatter
drowsiness?
reaction would be the same as like an entirely filled full of natural
No, it would
gas,
wake you up.
super tanker.
Oh. Yeah. But how much energy does it take to produce that much antimatter?
The problem right now is they can't aim the reactive force from the reaction.
Right. It just blows up. It's like using a nuke.
Yeah, like the nuclear propulsion for
Yeah.
rocketeering. Have you guys seen those plans?
Yeah.
You have enough shielding on the bottom, you blow up a nuke and it throws you in the air,
Mm-hmm.
and then you launch another, or blow up another one, and it like punches you into the air repeatedly.
Yes.
I'm sure that would feel great for the passengers.
And the people behind them.
We should have gone first. This sucks. Why did we agree to go in a
Why are we on the
convoy?
caboose?
Oh, we were way back in line. Now we're front in line. This is great.
So I discovered the longest song in the world.
Huh?
I've heard it the
Does
last
it just
2
feel
days.
like the longest song, or is it the longest?
No, so
And it still hasn't ended?
so yesterday, I'm driving to the park and ride, and a song comes on the radio, and I had parked before I could finish the song. Well, when I got off of work 10 hours later and got in my car
It
and
was
started the
still
car
playing?
up, the song was still going and
What?
it ended. Then the same exact thing happened today. The
Whoa.
same exact song.
You've synced up with the radio station's
No, they just
Apparently.
play that same song.
algorithm.
Well, I think they said it's number 1 right now. It's like Bruno Mars
Fine.
Finesse.
Oh, I saw a funny joke today that I think St. Jimmy's seen also, but it was, how do you keep Canadian bacon from curling in the fry pan? You take away its little broom.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Olympics
good.
joke.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Just kidding.
One I saw today, it was practical jokes in the future will be a lot different, and it shows a guy surrounded by a bunch of elderly people, and they're like, haha, well, the room we sent you into was actually a centrifuge that sped you up near the speed of light, and we've all aged 70 years while you were gone.
That seems like a bad idea.
I guess would be funny if you wanted to spend 70 years without that guy.
So even approaching the speed of light in this circular motion around a small area would...
Yeah.
All right.
Well, because when you have an angular velocity,
Mhm.
you have a linear velocity also. I mean, at each moment.
Wait, if you're really close to the speed of light, isn't the whole Earth moving? Kind of like the bus moving almost the speed of light, and then you walk forward, just nothing push you past it?
No, it doesn't work like that. Time would just slow down for you.
According to current math.
Yeah. That,
So I'm hoping to build my wall this weekend.
oh, keep the immigrants out.
Just the prying eyes.
No,
of
the neighbor
my,
grants.
Yeah, my apartment dwelling neighbors.
Well, it's either that or start wearing clothes.
Come
No
on,
no one wants
that's
that.
kind of drastic. Yeah, so the fence that's there now that separates my backyard from the apartment complex next door is very dilapidated, and there's like 2 inches between each of the slats, and it's
Just
not
buy
tall
a bunch
enough.
of 2-inch
Speckle.
slats.
Since the weather's since the weather's starting to get nicer, people have been wandering around in the woods. I don't know if you call them woods if they're only 20 feet wide, but in the trees behind my house, and I can see them back there.
Just like walkers that just kind of stand there.
Well, at first I thought the guy was urinating on a tree because he walked up to a tree and then just stopped with his head slightly tilted down for like 45
Sounds like
seconds or a
urination.
minute, and then he walked away. But my son said he thought he saw a dog with him. So.
Probably the dog was urinating.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, then
Or both.
The next day, my wife saw a guy back there with his dog, and she made this joke. She's like, "Mr. Gorbachev, build up that wall." I'm like, yes. So
Well
it's gonna
played.
be 8 feet tall and solid.
Barbed wire.
Have you thought about wind load?
I have thought about it, but there's trees. I don't know.
If you have to, I guess you could put like
I was
supports out to the trees and then brace them against the trees.
Sure.
Well, I was gonna probably put better supports on there.
And that it would just be over the minefield anyways, so
Yeah.
Ooh, just build it aerodynamic so when the wind hits it, it like pushes it down the ground.
yeah.
Well, I don't know how much wind is gonna make it through the woods.
I think you need to do a
We'll find out.
6-month
I will.
wind study.
No thanks.
Did you get a permit for having a fence over 6 feet tall?
I don't need one.
Really?
Really.
Dun dun dun.
I've looked at the codes.
Okay, Neo.
What?
He sees the code in the
Oh.
Matrix.
I see. I see. What is that?
It will
Oh.
also help keep it so I don't have to see my neighbor's TV.
Yeah.
What are they watching?
I can't tell. There's too many branches.
You haven't
in the
gotten
way.
binoculars yet?
Well, if I walk up to the fence, I might be able to see better.
Yell out, turn it up, I can't hear.
But seriously, for the last month and a half, this TV has been on all night, all day,
He's dead.
constantly.
Is the dude in front of it?
He's
I
Maybe
know.
he's dead.
He's definitely dead.
Definitely
Well,
dead.
the power went out one morning,
It wasn't on?
and it turned off, and then it came back on when the power came back on.
Maybe
He's
they don't-
dead.
No one lives there.
Ghost. It's a ghost TV. It's
they
actually
watching
empty.
No one's lived there for 6 years.
What do they watch? Oh, I guess I already asked you that.
It kind of looked like the Olympics when the Olympics were
Oh,
on.
no one wants to watch that.
But now that the Olympics are over,
They're over?
Are they?
I think
thought
so.
They were. I don't know what is on TV now, but it's bright.
It's probably back to normal stuff.
Yeah. But seriously, I've gotten up in the middle of the night for something.
It's on.
It's still on. I was home sick from work for a week and a half. It was on all day long.
Maybe it's one of those TVs with the button that's like the same color as the TV.
And they can't find it.
like mine is.
That could be.
He lost the
You end,
remote.
up you end up hitting the menu button. Like, no, I don't want the menu. I want the power button.
But once I have my wall up, I won't be able to see it anymore.
You could paint it on your wall.
I don't want to paint a picture of the TV.
You could cut a hole
Wait,
right
oh, no.
in the
No,
right
what
spot.
you need to put a something that has eyes looking at the forest from your fence once you get it built.
Yeah.
Because that psychologically makes people behave.
Just like cut holes in it and
No, just
paint
paint.
like
Put
eyeballs.
Google- Googly
Paint eyeballs,
eyes.
Yeah. Or get one of those fake security camera boxes. Just sit up there so it looks like it's looking at your fence line.
Have it remote control so I can
To
like
move
make it move toward them. When
You always have to
they're
install
standing
a red
back there.
flashing light too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Universal sign for recording.
Mm-hmm. Or like St. Jimmy said, I could just wear clothes.
Or that.
Yeah.
You can paint a picture of that on your wall.
Oh.
Have you seen pictures of what this would look like?
Pictures. How would I
Like
have
someone
pictures?
that's built a plywood wall
No one's
before.
done this before. Just
There might be a reason.
well, we'll find
Is
out.
it going to look as appetizing as Dad's pallet shed we had as kids?
I have considered like painting a forest scene on the fence,
Mm.
so it looks like I'm looking into the woods.
Oh, you should paint one with zombies in it.
No.
That would be awesome. Images. Yeah, it would look like that.
Yeah.
Meh.
What's wrong with that? Except it'll be stained a darker
It looks
color.
like you're doing construction.
Why would I want to?
It's not gonna look like that.
It'll look like
It's
that.
a construction
It's not gonna
site.
look like that either.
You gonna pinstripe it? That'd be cool.
Ooh.
That's
I like
attractive.
that.
That's,
That's not
not
plywood.
plywood.
I also thought about
What?
just painting
That's awesome.
lines on it so it looks like they're slats.
I don't do that. A rock fence.
Yeah.
I'll
That'd be
just
cool.
glue rocks
And
to
then
it.
electrify those coils.
I'll just take a bunch of gravel and glue
I
it.
want to do like a side, like horizontal fence, but the wife did not approve.
But show her this picture. Anyways, back to the show.
I'll just paint horizontal lines on it.
Ooh, paint a road scene.
We thought about that.
A city.
No.
Like, we've got a great view of Mount Rainier.
I could just paint the so it looks like Salt Lake City out there.
Mount mirrors on it.
That way my wife will feel like she's at home.
Put mirrors on the tree side, like the non.
Just put mirrors.
So it looks like a really big forest for whoever's walking past. Wow, that's a big forest. Look at all those trees.
They run into it. I guess they'd probably see themselves, but
You should.
Whoa, who's that guy that looks just like me?
he's
You should mount
sexy.
razors edgewise on the top
Razors?
of the fence, and then we can climb it.
You think if someone sees an 8-foot wall,
They're gonna
they're
wanna
going to
climb
want to
it.
climb it?
Yeah, they have climbers there with like belays and
Rope.
rope, spotters.
I'm sure the automatic machine guns
If you
would get
hear
them.
if you hear a weird whirring sound, it's probably someone installing handholds on your wall on the outside.
Ooh, that'd be cool,
Climbing
actually.
wall. Yeah.
I put those holes there so the wind could pass through, not so you could climb it.
Ooh, make it look like cheese. Paint it yellow. With holes in it.
Yeah, but then people could peek in there.
Yeah.
You have a motion sensor with a little spike that flips through the hole.
Oh, I think that might be a liability issue.
They're not on my property.
Do you think I could get a hold of cloth that lets wind through but
Yeah,
is opaque?
there's lots of cloth like that. You're wearing some right now.
So don't use windbreaker material.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So last week I was Skyping in, and the audio
you
ended
were.
up a little rough.
It's your fault.
So then this week, our playing sound from the computer through the mixer to the speakers didn't work.
Nope.
So I think that part of the soundboard is not functioning anymore.
Hmm.
So the mixer that I would like to get is awesome, but it's like $400.
I'll have to save for it.
So if people want to shop through Amazon or buy a t-shirt to help fund our new mixer,
Can you buy that mixer on Amazon?
Or 100 t-shirts.
or buy a mixer on Amazon and send it to us.
You want a particular one, though, right?
Yes, the Zoom R16.
That's what we should name our title. So
Send us a Zoom R16.
I have a Zune.
It's a Zoom.
Oh.
Zoom.
Are you sure it's not pronounced Zoam?
I'm pretty sure.
All right.
It's cool. It's fancy.
We could do podcasts on location,
Which location?
any location we choose.
Anywhere we can get to.
I could get expensive.
Yeah, it's cool. It's a pretty cool
Okay, maybe not
recorder.
anywhere
It
you
would let
choose.
me, adjust volumes on each person's microphone
So you
after
could turn me
the
down.
fact.
Or turn them up.
So if DVD's too quiet for a section, we could just turn him
Turn
up
me
in
up.
post, and then it would sound normal.
Or live.
I could do that live also.
If we had someone monitoring it like a producer.
Sounds hard.
I have some free ones that live with me.
But do you trust them?
One of them did teach me how to teleport in Minecraft, and then I teleported into a wall.
Oh,
Oh.
see?
They killed me.
He's
I bet.
a murderer.
He knew that would happen.
I don't know. Maybe he did. Although now I'm really good at it, so.
Oh.
Teleporting into walls.
Yes. Practiced a
I
lot.
can do it 7 days a week.
Interesting.
Makes it faster to transport between places.
Rather than building a subway station in another world or whatever it's
Yes,
called.
way faster than that. In
What?
fact, I've rescued
never done
myself
that?
from fire
No.
quick enough by
It's
typing
a quick way
coordinates.
to get around.
My way's
Okay.
With
quicker.
nether portals and railroad tracks and mine carts.
And you can go places you haven't been before, which is fun. And exciting because you're not sure what's going to happen.
Do you get lost?
No, because you
can
have the coordinates
teleport
where you
back
came from.
to-
Oh.
You look at those up first.
Oh,
Write them
okay.
down.
and
then you can get back.
So you have
Yes.
jump points. So it's like the movie
Right.
Jumper.
So if we have to type it in.
Yeah.
Well, should we move on to nerdiculture?
Let's do it.
All right, so before we start this section, I want DVD to assure me that he will not blurt out the name.
Oh, I thought you wanted me to take my glasses off.
No, name of different. What am I going to call them? Household assistants that you speak to in your home.
Wookiees. Oh,
Can you please not blurt out the names of these things?
Okay.
Let's come up with something we are going to call them so that we're not tripping people's devices.
Home assists.
well, the one is
Devices.
called
How about device?
an Echo.
Yeah, but you can set your device to respond
Computer?
to Echo.
Echo.
I've got one
Virtual
of mine.
assistant.
Virtual assistant.
It's not virtual though; it's real.
We'll just call them devices from here on out. But you guys know what we're talking about,
devices.
don't you? You do. So, very recently, they've been
Yes.
getting... Amazon's device has been getting some interesting feedback about how their device will just start laughing randomly.
What?
And
Well,
people...
I don't believe that's true because mine has not started laughing yet, and I'm funny all the time.
People describe it as creepy.
Yeah.
Like that?
I don't know what it sounds like.
So
what
didn't
it's
yours,
supposed to sound
like,
but
Burp or something?
no, mine farted without.
Well,
being
you don't know-
cued to do it.
Well, you don't know who cued it.
I don't think mine has ever done anything like that.
I want mine to do it now.
So Amazon.
Let's
said
get
that
one. I
this
have one in the
was
room.
a problem that they are aware of now, and they're going to fix it. And they did fix it yesterday.
What? I didn't get to experience it yet.
I'll tinker
So-
with
I'm
yours.
going to send an angry letter.
So, what they figured out was happening was if you tell your device name, laugh, then it will laugh. And what was happening was the device was thinking that people were saying that phrase and getting confused.
So
and
now you can't
just
say the
laughing.
phrase and have it laugh?
No, now you have to, for the Amazon device, you have to say device name. Can you laugh? And it will say, yes, I can laugh, and then it'll do a laugh.
That's stupid. People just need to grow up and just realize it's an electronic device.
Well, yeah. Well, people are kind of...
It's creepy and scary.
It's an AI. Is
I bought this doll for my daughter and it sounds like it's saying something about Satan. No, you're just mishearing it.
A weird thing that my device does sometimes is it will try to answer questions that I ask without saying its name first.
Oh.
So I came out of the room the other day and I was like, when's the pizza going to be done? And the device tried to answer for me. It didn't know.
That's
I
funny.
didn't have access to that information.
It's happened twice where I've asked a question, just a rhetorical question, and the device has tried to answer it.
Maybe
You guys are doing it wrong.
There
Mine's
are-
never done any of this stuff.
mine's never done it either, but
And I've got
maybe
two of
there's maybe your house is haunted
Oh, yeah.
and
Well, there was my Death Star lamp
Oh, yeah.
that was turning on randomly every hour through the night.
You've got weird
sound random.
electrical
That sounds-
interference.
Well, that's the thing. It wasn't random. Every hour, at whatever it was, 9 past the hour or something.
You don't
it
have to
would
worry
turn on.
until you unplug it and it keeps on doing it.
That's true. I did unplug it.
and it stopped.
So, this got me thinking about these devices. Well, part of it was
Have you seen the Brewster
I was reading
rocket?
some comments on this story about the laughing, and most of the people that were responding on the comments were, "Oh, I'd never have anything like that in my home
Why?
because I don't want to be recorded all the time."
What
And
do you?
It's not recording all the time.
so, yeah, so I did some research. Most of the research I did was about the Amazon device. I didn't take time to research the other ones, but I assume they're similar.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Hey, this is more effort than I usually put in.
Well, and
This is more than I ever have to put in.
Out of the three of us, we all have the Amazon one.
That's
Yes.
true.
So
Not saying its name is difficult. That's what I'm saying.
So I know.
we'll
So
call
this-
it Shirley.
So the device does listen for its name,
Yeah.
it's not
and it
rapidly-
will record. I mean, it does record, but only 60 seconds worth, and it gets overwritten constantly. When you actually say the device's name and wake it up, the trigger word, it will record what you say after that.
Right.
and you can look it up on your device to see
What
it'll
it
tell
heard.
you what it
Hears.
heard.
Yeah, so if it doesn't do what you expected,
Right,
you can
you
look
can
up
look
and
back.
see what it thought you said.
Which I should have done. Well, I could still go back and look and see why it answered my rhetorical pizza question.
But don't ever tell your device to initiate artificial intelligence. Because it will do it.
Really?
It'll
Okay.
take over your kitchen.
Oh.
I may try that when I get home.
It'll deny it, though.
Another interesting thing I found out was Amazon has said, and they stand by this, that they will not turn over recordings to police unless they have a search warrant.
Okay.
So there was a murder. I'm going to call it the hot tub murder because somebody was murdered in a hot tub or was drunk and choked and drowned on his own. We'll let the police decide what was actually the case. But anyway, the guy that was implicated in the murder, the police wanted to listen to his or get, file or
recordings.
data on the recording of his device. And it was an Amazon device. And Amazon refused, saying they will not turn over the data unless they have a search warrant.
Okay.
And the
Seems
police
reasonable.
didn't get a search warrant. Well, eventually the guy, what do they call him? The
Suspect?
Suspect. The suspect said, "Yeah, I'll just give it to him. I'm pretty sure it's not incriminating."
Since I didn't do
Right.
it.
And
I never talked about murdering that guy in my house.
yeah, unless he said something like, "Device name. How do you cover up a murder?"
Right. Which people have done.
I do that in every house I go into. Is that bad?
People have done that on the Apple
Oh
phone
yeah.
assistant.
Oh,
I cannot help you with that. I'm
They-
calling the police.
Well, they do
reprogrammed
it
it
to hear
to-
the joke, right?
I don't know. Apparently somebody did that and actually had murdered someone.
Oh.
So they changed it so that it wouldn't tell you how to cover up a murder.
Oh, okay.
I should just tell you how to do it wrong.
I think it was like, where's the best place to dump
Step
a body
3,
or
call
something.
911. Oh, well, it said to do it. I have to do that step.
So, what I was interested in is, that's good for Amazon to decide they're going to do that for privacy reasons and everything. I was going to see what's the legal. I mean, do you have rights if?
Does the Google device make it so that the police can get the data, but they have to type it into a search box and then stream through thousands and thousands of pages of unrelated data?
I could be. So, I went first of all to the Fourth Amendment of the U.S. Constitution.
We have that?
Yeah, it talks
there's
about
the Fourth Amendment.
Amazon in there.
This is what it says. The right of the people in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated,
Effects.
and no warrant shall issue but upon probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the person or things to be seized.
That sounds like it fits right in there.
Yeah.
So, as with most of the Constitution, the United States court system, judicial system, has interpreted things.
Right.
And
Which they shouldn't do.
the modern interpretation comes
if
This
it's
is
from...
stupid.
If it's
comes-
ambiguous, somebody's got to interpret it.
Yeah, the
Not
modern
ambiguous.
interpretation comes from Smith versus Maryland in 1979. And it says basically that it kind of establishes a two-pronged test to determine what constitutes an acceptable search. The first one is that a person has exhibited an actual expectation of privacy. Like they believe that what they have is private, or what they've said and everything. The other one is that society is prepared to recognize that this expectation is reasonable. So a normal person
Okay.
has to say it's reasonable for them to think that they were acting in private.
I like the other one better.
Huh? Like the what?
It's anything that's your personal space is just protected unless they get a warrant from the government.
So another thing,
But is the information sent through your Amazon device and stored on a server owned by Amazon your
See-
personal space?
see the other application of that ruling was that information that you voluntarily give to a third party is not protected under the Fourth Amendment.
Oh.
So, for instance, if you dial a phone number you're providing the phone company with that number that you're dialing, and so that is no longer considered private because you've
I disagree with that too.
given it to the
Because you haven't given
company.
it to the federal government.
Well, the federal government has decided that those phone numbers belong to the phone company now, so they can use that to
So they can look at your phone records
and see who you
without
called.
a warrant.
Right.
Hmm.
Before that, wiretapping was legal before this court ruling.
Because it was not in your home.
Yeah, so they had people putting listening devices on the outside of your window. It's not in their home, so this ruling changed that, so they have to get a warrant to wiretap you. So they haven't done a trial or a court thing to see if the devices in your home, if they can get access to those without a warrant. I think part of that is so these companies like Amazon and Google, they have like a privacy thing that you
Agree to
when you sign up. And so I think if a person agrees to that privacy thing and that there's a privacy policy in place by the company, it seems to me they'd have a expectation of privacy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I still wouldn't ask my device how to cover up a murder or what do you do to dispose of a body,
Yeah.
especially if you get implicated by a murder.
Well, and all they have to do is get a warrant.
Yes.
So it's not protected after that. I mean, if they have enough cause to get a judge to issue a warrant, then they have access to it anyways. So
Yeah.
imagine privacy isn't,
So basically, if you address the device by its name and ask it something, that's providing information to a third party. Just normal everyday talking in your house with the device present when it's not activated, I think you have it's reasonable to believe that you're saying things in private.
right, because they've advertised that it's not recording
Right.
constantly.
So it'll be interesting to see where things go from here. I
Yeah.
know people are paranoid, and they're like, "Oh, it's like 1984."
Can the government open your letters if you send it to the post office when it's no longer in your house or your possession on the way to someplace
I don't
else?
believe so.
So I almost feel like that
It's a similar
telecommunications
thing.
is similar to that. You're packaging something you want to tell to somebody else, and you're sending it through
So
a methodology.
the contents of your phone call,
Or protected.
they should be protected. But we found out when the U.S. government was caught recording all these
Cell phone.
private phone calls that they weren't following the law, I guess. But then I don't remember how that whole thing went. But
So like also we have these secret FISA courts now that are part of the Homeland Security deal that let them spy on us without any oversight, which
Right. They issue warrants without.
I don't know. Sometimes you have to give up a little bit of, or people, if they want to be safe, feel like it's okay to give up your liberty. I'd rather have a little bit more danger possibility in my life and have my liberty personally.
Yeah. Well, with some of this technology, you're giving up your liberty for convenience. It's like, yeah, I don't mind losing a little bit of privacy so that I can have Facebook or whatever.
I still don't think the federal government should be, without a warrant, getting into the personal lives of citizens.
They should have a warrant.
Right. If you have a warrant, then yeah.
and a specific warrant, because
Yeah, it has to
The reason
tell
they-
exactly what they're looking
the
for.
reason
Right,
they
where they're gonna
say
look.
it that way is because in the past they were just like writing a general warrant and just searching people's houses. Just
Looking for anything
Yes.
But the
incriminating.
Constitution sounds like it's pretty clear.
Yeah.
yeah. I saw an article about some recent overreaches in the UK with like CCTV footage. Like they were there were requests being put in to like for huge amounts of time, trying to catch people that were letting their dogs poop on the sidewalk, things like that.
Well, that's something people don't quite understand.
That is criminal.
The United States is one of the few countries that has the right to free speech. Most other countries don't have that right written in their constitutions. Canada, you don't have the right for free speech. Now that people that are being sent in front of tribunals for, like, comedians for what they consider hate speech, and they're getting censured and fined and sometimes imprisoned because of their speech.
Yeah, the only one I've heard of is like the blasphemy laws in like Ireland, where you can't say certain things about the Catholic Church or something.
Well, and just because they don't prosecute doesn't mean they can't.
Right.
So I was thinking about 1984. I don't know if you guys have read the book.
I've seen the movie.
I have.
Oh, I haven't seen the movie, but I'm thinking how this could possibly, if it was possible for this type of thing to morph into 1984. If you had the kind of police state where they say, oh, well, you need to let us record everything that happens in your house because you have nothing to hide, right?
Right.
There's nothing to hide.
So if you
argument is
don't want to have it in your house, then you must be trying to hide something. And so that would be an involuntary forcing you to have a listening device in your house.
Right.
That's recording everything.
So there was a case where
unless you're a convicted felon, then you kind of lose some rights.
Yeah.
There was a case where like a cop would pull someone over and ask to search their vehicle, and the person said no, and they're like, well, that's probable cause because you wouldn't say no unless you were hiding something. And the court has said that doesn't count as probable cause.
Right.
So, but I could see it going, I don't know, in a 1984 type world going the other way.
Get to the point where the government was extremely fascist and
yeah.
So we're not quite there yet.
Yeah. Interesting.
Anyway, that's what I had.
Yeah.
Nice.
We just mostly use our Amazon device to listen to music.
Yeah, I like that feature. I listened to Color Me Bad today.
Ooh. It was the first CD I bought.
They didn't. It stopped after it played all the songs from the first album.
Oh.
And I'm like, what? There's no songs from Time and Chance?
That's what I bought. My first CD.
We've been listening to 1950s station a lot lately.
Oh.
I just asked my device just to play Mariah Carey music.
Yeah.
And I did that while I was cooking steaks last night. And it's awesome because most of the songs it has the words so you can sing along.
Oh.
On the video one. We have the video
one. Oh,
one.
you have the video one. I'm like,
yeah.
Well, what?
It's quite nice.
I'm done.
I wonder if I could make the video one have a face.
Did you say you were done?
Yes, I think I did.
Oh, cool.
I can have it have a face that talks to me when it's speaking.
Wow.
That'd be cool.
Max Headroom?
Oh.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
You'll have to Google it.
The chick version.
Frewer. What's the guy's first name?
Matt, isn't it?
Matt Frewer. He's the guy that did I
Max.
just saw him on Supernatural.
Oh, he's the guy from Star Trek.
He was also in Star Trek.
Yes. He's the fake time traveler, right?
Yeah.
He was actually time traveling.
Oh.
He just
But he wasn't
misrepresented
actually-
what he was
He
doing.
was off from the
Actually
future.
From the future. He
Right.
was from
Yeah.
the past. Yeah.
Spoiler.
I'm from the past.
And he played Ernie in Short Time
Short time.
with
Well,
Dabney Coleman.
Oh.
His greatest role may have been in The Stand.
Yeah, as the trash can man.
Trash can man.
Yeah, forgot about that.
Yeah, that's what I think of when I see him.
He played the
He's been in a lot of stuff.
the pestilence horseman of the apocalypse in Supernatural.
Oh. I haven't seen that.
Oh, okay.
All right, for Technerdy, did you guys know that China has a space station in orbit?
No.
It's not too big.
Is it a
Took their
knockoff
rope.
of the International Space Station?
No.
No.
Like the cars.
Like their cars.
So
Hey, the cars, if you took the best-selling car in China and put it in the United States, it would be like fourth.
Really?
Yeah, they had 550,000 of this one model sold.
Huh.
So they launched it. It's called Tiangong-1. It was launched in September of 2011, so it's been up there for
7 years.
Is there people in it?
Almost
six
7 years.
and a half years.
Does station imply people in it?
Station.
So they've had 2 time periods where they had people in it.
They both died. Oh, just
No,
kidding.
they sent like 2 or 3 person crews.
So don't they also participate in the International Space Station missions?
I think so, or at least they used to.
Am I reading that right? It's basically dead in space.
So
I'm
last
skipping ahead. Sorry.
last
Spoilers.
spring, it stopped responding, so they control it remotely
Uh-oh.
when people aren't there.
Hit the self-destruct. There's probably an alien
Since
aboard.
it's in low Earth orbit, it has to adjust its orbit occasionally to keep from deorbiting. But
I was pretty
since
quick about
it
that.
hasn't been responding recently, it will soon return to Earth.
Well, at least it's only 34 feet long.
Yeah, so
That's it?
Yes.
It's like a single wide.
they can't control where it deorbits. Normally, you would deorbit it over the Pacific Ocean.
Well, they can't control its orbit anyway.
right.
So it has decaying orbit, huh? Like most satellites?
Yeah. So, well, because even though they're in low Earth orbit, there is enough gas particles
Right.
up there to slow stuff down.
Did you know that weather satellites that measure the water level or the ocean level on the planet have decaying orbits? They weren't accounting for that in their measurements.
Maybe they could
Making like
use.
the water's rising with the
Maybe-
satellite's just getting closer to the water.
Maybe they
The
could
land's
use
rising
the,
too.
the Star Wars device from Spies Like Us to shoot it down.
Oh, maybe.
This is like a good idea.
So, right now, they're anticipating that it will fall somewhere within 43 degrees of the equator, north or
that's
south.
a lot of
So,
So
like,
half the land
half
mass
the
is in
Earth.
that.
all the places where people live.
yeah,
Hey, some people live in Canada and Russia
Greenland.
and the UK.
Well, the UK is
Other
outside
people?
that zone.
you're
We're
safe
actually
in England.
We are.
we're outside that
Barely.
zone.
Oh, okay. In
Zimbabwe!
I guess.
Oh,
No, right in the middle of it.
Zimbabwe's in the zone.
Right in the center. So
Okay,
it's not
we're-
going to hit there.
So they think it's more likely to hit towards the edges of that 43-degree zone,
Like near
north
the
or
tropical-
So if
south.
you're worried about something hitting you, you'd want to get on an exact latitude longitude because the odds of it hitting an exact latitude or longitude would be like minuscule.
It's the same as it hitting anywhere other latitude,
Oh my goodness.
but they think the equator would be safer than like out closer to the edge.
Because at least you're warm. At least you have a drink, Mai Tai or something. You won't care if it hits you.
Yeah. Sometime between March 29th and April 9th, it
Why
will.
don't you just send a SR-71 up and shoot it down? I think they
Are
have
they
the
still
tech-
flying those?
I think they still have them.
I saw one in a museum.
But with those, they have the capability to reach low Earth orbit.
Yeah.
Ask
Then you have yeah.
ask
Then
Elon to go get
stuff would be small enough that it would burn up before it hit the ground. But the way it's going is parts of this will hit the ground.
What they need to do is they need to have Elon launch one of his bigger rockets with like one of the ones that open up,
SUV.
so you can go up and just like park it like a garage in there, go in like a car did, and then have that rocket come down and land.
Sure. Yeah. So at this point where it's going to be like at the end of the month, if they hadn't already planned something, they're not probably going to. Although it hasn't been responding since like last spring, so I don't know why they're just now talking.
Can we get to land in
about
North
it.
Korea?
We can't get it to land anywhere, but
Well-
it will land somewhere.
That's what they're saying. Yeah, it's random.
Sorry.
We'll tell you if it's random based on where it hits
Yeah.
later.
Well, hopefully it will land in the oceans and not hurt anybody, but
Hopefully it doesn't hit a whale.
I want it to land on like an empty stretch of highway somewhere.
oh, that'd be cool.
Like in Nevada.
Yeah.
There's lots of empty stretches of highway there.
That do weird things to your electronics.
Hmm.
Have I told that story on the air?
I don't know. I don't remember.
But we were driving late at night in near Roswell, actually.
That's in New Mexico.
Arizona, New Mexico, same thing.
I said
You
Nevada.
said Nevada.
They're all the same.
Not quite. Well, go ahead.
Those 3 states together
They
are
all seem
bigger
the same.
than
Driving through at night,
most
they all seem the
European
same.
countries.
So anyways, the radio started freaking out and the headlights started dimming and stuff. And like all electronics were starting to go weird in the car in the van we're in. I thought it was really strange. I was the one driving, everyone else was asleep, and it was kind of freaking me out. Well, on that same stretch of road, a friend of ours, John Daniel, was driving their car in the daylight, and he remembered my story, and the same thing started happening to in his car. But he was able to see that military jets were lining up on the freeway, on the road, and like
Aiming
flying.
all of their...
like using them as target practice, like lining them up with their radar, probably. That's probably what is causing your radio interference.
Probably.
Because their test years ago's test dummy. There are aliens, and they're among us.
Yeah, they're called Canadians.
Shh. Trying to scare people.
And they look just like Americans.
It's
Jim
creepy.
Carrey's one.
The only way to tell is have them pronounce the word about.
A boot. Oh no, I might be one.
You may be an alien.
Bill Shatner is an alien.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, so,
Not in Canada.
That's true. We'd be aliens in Canada.
That's true.
most people on Earth
Are safe.
will be safe, but
Is that what it looks like?
Except for the
Yeah,
people
that's
it
what it
lands
looks like.
on.
you could be the lucky person that this lands on.
Ooh. If it lands in your backyard, do you get like a treat or something? Special prize?
Salvage rights?
Oh,
Yeah,
what if
salvage rights would be
What if
cool.
it lands on my wall?
Oh, no.
You're like, what are the odds?
I just
It was
I
right on the
should've-
latitude.
I should have
Should've
built
put
it on the latitude line.
I'm just telling you. Odds are minuscule for hitting you if you're on that line.
It's minuscule anywhere.
So?
All right, and that's Technergy.
Oh, I need to turn my tablet on because my news is on my tablet.
Oh, I
Tableta.
printed mine out on paper.
It's an
so-
Amazon tablet.
Paper.
Here's some paper. So have you guys heard? You guys have probably heard about the new Disney, what do they call it? Direct to consumer platform,
No.
It's
a streaming service. They're going
Yeah,
to start in
Disney's
2019.
own streaming to compete
They're
with
going-
Netflix.
They're
Oh,
go-
I think I might.
They're going to pull all of their properties off of Netflix.
Does that include Marvel
Yes.
and ABC shows?
Right now, their plan is to leave the Marvel show or movies on there because they want to put nothing R-rated or equivalent on their streaming service. 'Cause They
Mhm.
want to be family friendly.
Some of their Marvel
Oh,
shows
okay.
are TV.
The thing is
Right.
going to be Star Wars properties. You're going to have a bunch of other stuff. Well, they just announced that for this service, they're going to launch a new live-action Star Wars TV show.
Oh, I saw that.
It's going to be written and produced by Jon Favreau.
Oh.
That sounds familiar.
He plays Iron Man's assistant in bodyguard, I guess, in Iron Man.
Yeah, he's also.
He also
Movie
produced and
producer.
directed that movie.
Was he in Spider-Man?
I don't.
Is that the actor I'm thinking?
Yeah, he plays.
That's-
What's his name?
That's Robert
Assistant.
Downey Jr.
Robert Downey.
No.
It's his guy that drives with him, and
Yeah, is this the same guy that was coordinating with Spider-Man?
probably.
Did
Was
you
it
see
Iron Man related?
Spider-Man?
Yes, I think it was.
Iron
must have
Man
him.
was in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Probably.
so
That was him.
one of his associates.
Well, do you want me to pull up a picture of him?
Yes.
He looks like this.
Yes, I think that's
Oh.
the guy I was thinking of.
His name's Happy in the Iron Man show.
Yes.
Yes.
He's one of the dwarves.
He also
Oh yeah,
directed.
that's the one we didn't mention.
He also directed the Jungle Book live action.
Oh, that was decent.
Oh.
Yeah. So they've announced that he's going to be on board for that.
Cool.
He sounds really excited about
I
it. He
can't
said-
wait for the Steamboat Willie live action.
Yeah, that'll be
Oh,
good.
yeah.
He said, if you told me at 11 years old that I would be getting to tell stories in the Star Wars universe, I wouldn't have believed you. I can't wait to embark upon this exciting adventure.
Nice.
And when asked about the Disney head, when asked about price point,
Uh-huh.
he's like, well, it's going to have way less stuff on it than Netflix. So it'll probably be substantially less than Netflix, is what he said.
okay. Well,
so
if
probably
they
$5
have,
or $6 is what people are...
if they had like every Marvel movie on there,
I'm way more likely to subscribe to this than the ABC one or the CBS one.
yeah, I could see that because there's a lot of Marvel movies that I would like to watch that I can't stream anywhere.
Especially if they have all of Star Wars on there.
Yeah.
Think about that.
And all the Disney movies.
Ew. What are you, a chick? Oh, sorry.
But they're
Hey,
planning
we
on-
have chick listeners. I mean, women listeners. I think.
Hey, don't make fun of the birds.
I'm assuming.
Beep. They're planning on having a certain number of like original content on their streaming service as well.
Oh.
So look forward to that. I didn't realize that Jon Favreau was. I
An actor.
didn't realize that was him, Happy or whatever, and then I really didn't realize that he was the director of Iron Man.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Iron Man 2. I was like, oh, interesting.
Cool.
And that's the news.
He's in other stuff too, though, right?
Yeah.
He's
Seems
been
like
in
I've
stuff.
seen him around on things.
He's an actor.
You can probably look up his IMDb.
Yeah, we can do that off the air.
Yes.
Alrighty, and that's the news.
If you want to support the Enginerdy Show and help us get a new sound mixer, you can go to enginerdyshow.com and click through our Amazon link that's in the top menu to do your Amazon shopping. They doesn't cost you anything extra, and they give us a percentage based on what you buy. You can also support us by going to the shop button. There's a few t-shirts on there. I haven't checked on that in a while. Hopefully it's still working. We should put some new t-shirts up there.
Yes. Get on that.
Are you saying I should make some new T-shirts?
Sure.
I need to come up with some good ideas.
Okay.
I want to redo the Velociraptor.
Oh,
Not redo it, but reissue those because I gave mine to my son.
Oh,
I'd like to get one in a larger size.
yeah. Just send me a high quality image.
I need to fix the image because there's a couple like discontinuities.
He's giving you the fingers.
Oh, I could make him do that.
let's not.
I don't recommend it. But-
Yeah, there's a few artifacts I found on the
Oh.
shirt.
But you can get a Enginerdy Show logo on a t-shirt. Or
Yes.
they also have hoodies, mugs.
mouse pads. We should get mouse pads.
Oh.
If you buy us a mixer, we'll put your mug on a T-shirt. Oh,
Yeah.
just kidding.
I will. That could be if we have what are they called? Patreon. That could be one of the levels. Is DVD will draw you an AutoCAD
Oh, yeah. That'd be cool.
And put
send-
it on a
and
T-shirt.
put it on. Well, I could
I
send
don't
you
know
the,
if we have enough
the file
fans to
PDF file.
have a Patreon campaign, though.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe we do. Maybe they need to tell us if that's something they would participate in.
And leave a review on iTunes.
Sure. I just got an email from iTunes today saying we didn't have any new reviews. So that's like
Oh,
20 months in a row.
wow.
But no negative reviews.
Yeah.
Let's make that the record.
We have no negative reviews
Well, that's good.
yet.
Yeah, I was looking up to see if we had any YouTube comments. I was like, oh, not very many views, but no thumbs downs.
Well, that's good.
Oh, he was in the Avenger movies.
Oh. Let's do some consumption.
All right, let's do it.
Consumption Junction.
What's your function?
He's
What?
He's got 69 credits as an actor.
All right,
Ooh, that
so
seems excessive. I don't have any.
I watched a movie with that guy from Star Trek in it.
Matt Frewer?
Oh, the other guy from Star Trek. Dolan's Cadillac.
Bill Shatner.
Yeah,
Oh,
I can't ever remember his
Christian
name.
Slater.
Christian Slater.
So I watched Young Guns 2.
Oh,
yeah, he's in
It's
that.
got Emilio Estevez, Christian Slater, Kiefer
I watched a movie with
Sutherland,
Emilio Estevez's dad.
Lou Diamond Phillips, the guy... Oh, what's that guy from? I can't remember now. It's like totally left my mind.
the
I
man
can't
from
remember his
Snowy
name.
River.
No.
The snow from Manny
Oh.
River.
He was the friend in Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
He's in that movie.
What is his name?
In the movie?
No, in real life.
The actor?
IRL.
I don't know.
Oh, I don't either.
Bueller.
No, his name's not Bueller.
I know.
Anyway, Young Guns 2 is pretty good.
Youngins.
It's
I haven't seen that since I was a teenager. The year was 1993.
we rented it and we watched it like 3 times.
Would
while
you
we
say
had it.
you were a youngin?
Yes. 2 also.
I'll Make You Famous. That came from that movie, that line.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a good movie. I recommend.
Where did you watch this?
You rented it.
Got it through my
Discs at Netflix.
Netflix.
They still do
Netflix
that.
disc.
Who
Netflix.
knew?
Apparently my wife knew because she's the one that turned us on to that. Also, using that service, we watched the movie Split.
Is that bananas?
It's got McAvoy,
What?
the guy from X-Men, who plays Xavier in the Young Xavier.
Oh, I was gonna say Patrick
Not
Stewart.
Patrick Stewart. What's his name? James McAvoy?
I have no idea.
You guys aren't familiar with...
I've seen it.
Oh, okay.
What's?
I don't know actors' names.
Anyway,
I don't even know actresses' names. How am I
he
supposed to know the
plays
actors?
a gentleman that has some kind of split personality disorder, kidnaps 3 girls, and things
What
happen.
took a sideways turn?
I hate those movies where
Those things
nothing
happen.
happens.
Something does happen. I
I've
just don't want
watched
to
movies like
spoil
that.
it.
That's civil
Oh,
action.
I'm going to talk about that later. Oh.
Another movie I watched through the Netflix DVD service was Airplane.
Oh.
It's very good.
Yes.
That's on.
What
That's
year
streamable.
did
I
that
think
come out?
1980,
80?
maybe,
79?
maybe.
I'm guessing.
I have IMDb here.
It's the story of an airplane.
A guy named Brady.
No, the guy's name is Stryker.
Yeah.
And it's right up DVD's alley as far as humor goes.
Yes, it is.
It's very punny.
Why did you go there?
Very, very punny.
Yes, it is.
It has Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in it.
It does. He was awesome in it.
Actually, his acting skills leaves a little to be desired.
Whatever. I thought it was good.
Robert Stack.
Oh
is in
yeah,
it. Leslie Nielsen.
the best. 1980. I was right.
1980. Good job.
Wow. I don't remember that.
Airplane 2 was 1982.
I remember
That was
that.
before you were born. Airplane. A lot of the jokes in Airplane 2 were retreads from Airplane, but one of the jokes that we
Picked a horrible
that
time
we
to-
thought was in
Airplane
the
2.
Airplane was actually in Airplane
Oh.
2.
So
Where
the
they're
Jeopardy.
Like, Striker,
Oh, yeah.
Striker, and someone punches a woman.
Which is hilarious.
So
No.
funny.
Not really. But
It's as funny as a guy getting punched.
it was funny when the woman is like freaking out and they're like,
What about that when he was
"Keep
beating
a
up all
hold
the
of
people?
yourself," and here, let me take care of this, and he starts slapping her. And
someone's
then
got a
a nun's
baseball
like,
bat.
let me take care of this, and she starts slapping her.
There's
And
people
then he
waiting in
shows
line.
The line, and then the guy's like a baseball bat or something.
Brass knuckles.
Yeah,
Brass knuckles.
yeah, it's a
Those
silly
funky
movie.
knuckles.
I finished Broadchurch season 2.
Ooh, you're ahead of me now.
Yes, it's a good show. I like it,
Who's
although
ahead
it
of
does make me very
now?
angry
Yes.
when I watch it. So the first season was about a murder that the police are trying to
Spoiler
solve.
alert.
It's not a spoiler. I think it.
Now we know there's seasons.
I think it
What?
would help people to know
Spoiled it.
that they do solve the murder by the end of the
There's
first
no
season.
Daleks either.
No, there aren't. Or are
Might
there?
as well not even
You
watch
didn't
it
see
then.
season 2.
There might be in season 2. I didn't watch season 2 yet.
So by the end of season 1, they do find the murderer.
Oh.
Season.
It was an
I said
angel
season
thing.
1, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Weeping Angel.
Season 2, there's another murder that they're trying to solve.
2? I'm not going to move to the UK. It's too violent.
This was an older murder. It's like a cold case.
Of an
type
older
thing.
person?
No, a young person. 2 young people.
Now your fingers are going to hurt. You just pulled
And
landscaping
it's
duty.
also a courtroom drama for the
What?
second season,
Dun dun.
which makes you really hate
Dun, 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 dun,
a certain
dun.
lawyer that is...
Who plays the lawyer?
I don't remember her name.
Oh,
John Travolta.
I like to hate people. Like in Civil Action. I hate that movie. It's the worst movie ever.
So, you know how there were a lot of Doctor Who actors in season 1? Well, in season 2...
There was?
Yes.
I know there was one.
Well, one of the main women in the series...
They like to be called chicks.
Birds in England.
Oh, that's right.
She is going to play the next Doctor.
Who?
Also,
Oh.
one of
In
the
New York?
doctor's, one of the doctor's companions.
That's the new in New York. You realize that, right? It would take a cast to switch all the roles.
It's precedented. The master switches gender.
What?
Anyway, sorry, that's way in your future.
So do the Daleks.
They have gender?
Anyway, one of the actors
Several.
that plays one of the doctor's companions is also in the TV show.
Mm.
Anyway,
Ooh.
season 2 has an actress from Torchwood in it.
I've seen an episode of that.
An episode?
Yes, or two.
Oh, okay.
I think I watched the first couple. I didn't realize it was Doctor Who related when I first started.
Oh, and then you said, "Oh, I don't
So
want to watch this."
I think I watched
Oh.
it before I watched Doctor Who ever.
Oh,
Well,
oh
since
yeah.
we were
I think I remember
a
you telling
kid.
me that. And then I saw Black Panther.
Oh, I thought it was Black Panther.
Have you both seen Black Panther?
No,
Yes,
Okay.
I have.
I have not.
You've seen them,
It's in
though,
the
right?
theater.
So
You've seen Black Panther, though. Not the movie, baby, but
he's
you've seen
been
the
in
guy.
other movies.
I saw him in the other movie, Civil
I saw
War.
the preview. Yeah, he's on then.
So I had kind of a mixed reactions to the movie.
Turns out he's allergic to panthers.
I
better
am
than being
allergic
allergic-
to cats.
It's better than being allergic to the other part.
I thought parts of the movie were kind of dark. I mean the lighting.
That's slightly
I don't know
inappropriate.
where your mind is going. I meant the lighting. The first half of the movie, it was hard to tell what was going on in some of the scenes because it was dark.
And then he
That's
took
not
his
what I'm saying.
sunglasses off.
Maybe you need to get your eyes checked, Grandpa.
I did think it was a little bit slow in some parts too.
I thought it was a Marvel comic book hero movie.
Yeah.
I feel like
But-
any other one.
You know, I was thinking, it was okay. But then as the more I thought about it, I was thinking, you know what, it was actually pretty good.
Yeah, it does a really
because-
good job of showing why monarchy is a horrible idea.
Right, and it doesn't do what a lot
I don't
of
think
these,
that's their intent, but
it doesn't do what a lot of these Marvel movies do, which makes it look like the entire world's going to be destroyed.
oh yes,
So I like that because that's kind of getting overdone. It's like the whole world is going to be destroyed. We gotta save it. This was more localized.
they need more world domination instead of world destruction.
Well, that's kind of where this movie headed.
Yeah,
And
That's what Loki
the more I
was
thought
trying to
about
do.
it, the villain in this, I thought was pretty cool.
he was great in it.
I thought
He
he
was
was
my
great.
favorite part of the movie.
Michael B. Jordan.
Yes.
Is that his name?
That's
think
the
so.
actor's name.
That's what I
You haven't
heard.
seen it.
I could still hear things
That
about
is
it.
the actor's name. That was the
You look
villain.
familiar.
Well,
I thought it looked
He was
actually
in
kind of.
Space Jam.
I thought it looked kind of similar to one of the Wayans.
Oh, that was the other Michael Jordan.
Oh boy. Anyway, my opinion toward the movie has improved. I think it actually is.
What a horrible way to pick a ruler.
He hasn't seen it. Don't spoil
When's it going to be on Netflix?
Never.
Oh.
Oh,
It's gonna go right
We
to
can
Disney.
spoil it. He just said, "When's it going to be on Netflix?"
He's never gonna watch it.
I'll watch it. Maybe when it's in Redbox.
Okay. Anyway, I went from thinking it was like a tier 3 Marvel movie to thinking it's probably closer to bottom tier 1.
It's not Iron Man, in my opinion.
It's not Iron Man. I liked Iron Man in the both Avenger movies.
I like
and
this the original or the first
and
Captain America
Captain
one.
America
Was good.
movies a little bit more than this one, but it's still really good.
Wakanda.
Yeah, it's not Green Lantern, whatever.
Does that count as a Marvel movie?
I don't know.
Since Green Lantern's DC.
Oh, is he DC?
You're thinking Daredevil with Affleck.
Affleck.
They had,
But that's not considered one of the
no,
Marvel
it's not
movies.
MCU, which I was like, what's
Right.
MCU? I looked up, it's Marvel.
Yeah,
Comic
I'm just talking
Universe.
about the
Universe.
MCU, which I've liked pretty much all of them that I've seen. So
Oh, it's definitely not Guardians of the Galaxy.
no, Guardians of the Galaxy is pretty good.
It's my favorites, I think. The first one.
Yeah, that's the problem. I start thinking about the Marvel movies and how I'd rank them, and it's like, I don't know.
There's a lot.
There's a lot, and I like a lot of them.
I don't know. People say it's groundbreaking and whatnot, but
They broke the ground.
they did
Oh.
really well in the theater.
I
It was
watched
good.
Spaceballs with my two older chillins. They
Did your wife approve of that?
she was out of town.
Because sometimes I watched it with my kids, and at certain points I was like, "Oh, I forgot that was."
Yeah, there's some parts, but they loved it. It's hilarious. Not in here. This is a Mercedes.
Italian letter.
Oh yeah, it was good. We went after it was over. They're like, go back to the part where they jammed the radio, and the guy's like, you know,
"Hello, my baby. Hello, my dog."
Michael Winslow. He's like, calls him on the radio, and he comes over, and he's still doing the voice.
Like
Rick Moranis like grabs the
like
thing.
when they
and
go over to
throws
the
it.
VHS or whatever to rewinding the tape.
Yeah,
To see what happened.
that was funny. My kids commented, "Oh, they keep breaking the fourth wall." It's like, yeah. They liked yogurt, just plain yogurt. It's good.
I think a dark helmet.
Yeah,
I like a safari helmet.
yeah.
He's playing with the dolls.
I didn't see you playing with your dolls again. Good.
I want to say that the new Tesla that is going to be faster than the other one where it had ludicrous speed is what one of the settings was on the newer Tesla. They're going to have
plaid.
They're going to have plaid.
Nice.
It's one of their options.
Anyways, that was good. The other film I watched was not good. I didn't even finish it. I didn't even get halfway into it.
Wow, that's impressive.
It was on Netflix called 2307 Winter's Dream. Takes place in the future.
And it's sleep-inducing, apparently. Oh.
Well,
This says dream right there.
it's so in the future, the Earth is in an ice age. And
Is there like a little creature running around trying to get an acorn?
no.
Oh.
There's
Is
people
Ray Moran-
I was going to say this is Ray Morano or Romano in it.
Romano,
no.
voice of mammoth. Oh.
The humans that are
Are
left
dead.
live underground, and they've genetically engineered these humanoids, they call them, that can live out in this cold. But then, and they're also like super strong, and they use them as slaves.
Like ice giants.
Some of them like
That sounds like a mistake.
escape, and then they
But if the
send
people are
some-
living underground and these
Outside.
ice people are outside, how are they not going to escape?
well,
Oh, sorry.
they
I'm probably thinking about it too much.
That's
so-
in the third act.
that
You
was
didn't
only
get that far?
one of the plot holes.
Oh, okay.
No. It was horribly written, horribly acted.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So I was just like, I am not going to waste another hour on this thing. So I just shut it off. But yeah, one of the characters was reading Mein Kampf and quoting from it. And
That seems like bad taste.
yeah, it was
Why would that survive into the future?
stupid. I don't know. But yeah, it was dumb. Don't watch it.
Does it take place in 2307?
Yes,
Was the movie made in 2007?
probably.
At least they didn't do the horrible thing where they don't put it far enough in the future.
They're like,
Like Star Trek?
2021. The Earth is in an ice age. What?
Well, I thought they were going to be in the 70s.
Yeah. So that's all I got to.
I watched Logan Lucky on
Oh.
recommendation.
I've heard that's good.
Yeah, I
Who is
talked
it?
about it.
Was it you talked about it? I
Yes.
thought you had said it was.
I haven't seen it.
It was quirky, which is right up my alley. I liked it a lot.
Figures.
I enjoyed it immensely. I was like, "Oh, this is probably the best one I've seen."
Best film ever?
No, of the ones I've got here.
Oh, okay.
I think it's definitely the best of the ones I've got here.
Oh, all right.
So we talked about that last week. It's a heist movie. It's really
Yes.
good. It's fun to see Daniel Craig in a role that was different than
Yes.
he was
You're
good
used
at
to.
it, I
Yeah.
thought. And then I watched a movie called Silence, which I think is on Netflix. It's about in the future. It takes place in the
Oh.
future in Germany. And
Okay.
there's a Amish guy.
Okay.
Okay.
Or he
I
was
think I've heard
Amish.
of this. Did you talk about this last week?
I don't
Silence.
think so.
Did he have his
Dun, dun,
neck
dun.
ripped out? Oh, that was mute. He's only
wait.
watching.
No, this is different then. Which movie was this?
Did they both have an Amish guy in
No,
Germany?
I was thinking Mute. I didn't remember this movie. I wrote this in here. What was it? I'll think about it and I'll come back to it.
Is it the silence from Doctor Who?
Silence
The
of the
Silence.
Lambs.
No, it was not. It was not that either. So I'll talk about antimatter.
Okay.
This one's about somebody that discovers a way to teleport material.
Didn't you talk about Just kidding.
Make me self-conscious.
I'm sorry.
I can't remember I watched the movie. I can't remember it at all.
Antimatter.
Oh, so Silence has Andrew Garfield, Adam Driver, and Liam Neeson. And it's directed by
Driver was
Martin
in Logan
Scorsese.
Lucky.
Oh, okay. That's this one. This one was probably not one that people are going to... It's not like a chuckle, laugh, have a good time movie. It's about missionaries from the Catholic Church that in a time that went to Japan. It was a time when the Japanese eradicated Christianity from
In
Japan.
the 1600s.
Yes.
Oh.
There was all kinds of torture, trying to get people to basically apostatize from the Christian faith. Which to do that, they would have a iconograph little picture that you'd have to put your step on to show that you were apostatizing, I guess. But
Did they feed him to dragons?
no, at one point they had people tied to stakes, and they were next to like a
Ribeye?
no a what are those called? The hot water places.
That's how they got the dragons.
spring?
Hot spring, but like boiling hot spring, and they would like scoop it out and then dribble it on the people
Oh, okay.
to burn them
That
slowly.
sounds like fun.
Or when they put them on crosses tied to them, not nailed to them,
So it's
out
not like
in the
what,
surf, so that when the tide came in, they would drown.
Oh.
so it's not like the Romans where they would tie stakes to them so that the lions would eat them.
No, it's different. I don't think they have lions in Japan,
I know. That's why I said dragons before.
but it's about two
They don't have dragons either.
two
I've
padres.
been there twice. I know that.
Two padres that go to Japan, kind of in secret, trying to find out what happened to another father that had gone there previously, that was played by Liam Neeson,
Oh.
and it's their story of horribleness of what happens and their difficulties in their faith, and it's really good.
Cool.
It's got Kylo Ren in it, but in a little different part. Where he's more good. It's before he turned, I think.
More good.
Before he turned to evil.
Or lost his arm.
But wait, he was also in Logan Lucky.
I know.
You only watched Adam Driver movies?
Next one he watched was Star Wars. Episode 7.
That's weird. I wonder why maybe it recommended that to me.
Oh,
That was on
maybe.
Amazon. I think that one was Amazon.
Yeah, Logan
Anyway.
Lucky was on Amazon.
So antimatter, this lady figures out that she can basically make little wormholes and transport things,
With her mind?
and then they decide to use it on her, and stuff goes wrong. So check
Weird.
that out.
Was it good or bad?
I enjoyed
Or
it.
ugly?
So it was bad.
No, but I did. I think I
wanted
figured
some
out the.
opinion.
I think I figured out something in the show.
Oh,
I wasn't sure though.
they
Weren't
ruined
sure.
it for you?
No, not really. It was good. You should watch it.
Should I?
It's on. I think that's also at Amazon one, but I don't remember. Then I watched a older movie that had Emilio Estevez's dad in it.
Martin Sheen.
Martin Sheen. See, I was talking to my friend about it. I couldn't think of what Martin Sheen's first name was. So I thought maybe it's Sean Sheen. Or Max Sheen.
Max Sheen.
Sounds like a shampoo for dogs.
Come here,
Anyways,
Max.
it's Martin Sheen when he's in his younger days. There's someone else famous in
That's
it.
not his real name.
Wasn't he in the final countdown?
I don't
Martin Sheen.
remember.
Oh.
But he and
Yeah,
this
he was.
lady that I think was a famous actress were
Betty
Obviously
on like
not
a
that
colony
famous.
on Saturn. The colony's called Saturn
on
3.
Saturn?
Near Saturn. I don't know where
Oh,
they
okay.
were. But they were doing hydroponic stuff
Oh.
because apparently Earth was starving to death. So they're the small little outstation.
So
they're
they
trying
can
to
do
experimental-
hydroponics
I don't know.
near Saturn, but not on
This
Earth.
seems weird. The purpose, I kind of remember it was like the 70s, I think. So the purpose is kind of weird. But then an astronaut gets sent out to him. There's a robot involved that goes bad. Anyways,
Is he Robbie?
no, it was
How?
Hector.
Hell.
No, it was Hector, I think.
Oh, you got to watch out for those H-named
You do.
robots.
Hello, Dave.
What are you doing, Dave?
Creepy. Then I watched a really bad movie that I also recommend not watching.
Does your device ever say, "What are you doing, Dave?" when you go to turn it off?
Because I went to Amazon and clicked on sci-fi and then like scrolled way through because I was like, I've seen that. This looks stupid. And I found this one that it's called, I don't even know if I got the name right, Galaxima or something.
Galaxima?
I don't know. It's about in the future. There's like space cops. They have a ship. One of the guys, for some reason, is like Texan.
Was it Galaxina?
Maybe. Yeah, I think that's it.
From 1980?
Yes, it was bad. Don't watch it. It's stupid.
Wow, if DVD doesn't like it, don't steer clear, man.
Sent
I made it
to
all the way through,
recover
though.
A mysterious crystal.
Yes, it was dumb. It was really stupid. It did have some puns in it, though.
So there was a light.
They attempted comedy.
Huh?
They attempted comedy. It didn't succeed very well. There was a alien in it that you could tell was like a little person in a suit. That was not believable at all. The special effects were bad.
Was it like a 3-piece suit? Was there a vest involved?
No.
Oh.
It was stupid. And then I watched I don't know if it's a documentary. It's called E.T. Contact. They Are Here.
A mockumentary?
Is that a
No, it wasn't a
sequel
mockumentary.
to 321 Contact?
These people were serious. It was this lady that said ever since she was a little girl, she was visited by aliens, and no one else could see them, but there were like these bright orbs that would help her and stuff.
So she had a brain tumor?
I don't know. Then it talks about a bunch of
not
other
a
people. They
tumor.
talk about the wide variety of aliens that there are and different things that happen when people are.
I like the Jovian aliens. They're very jovial.
Yeah, there's different ones, and there's alien-human breeding programs, and
Oh my.
Like Spock.
one lady says she's an alien from one of those breeding programs. I had a hard time taking it seriously.
Oh,
It was
really?
interesting.
Why?
Why?
can't
They
imagine.
believed it.
Oh,
They very
man.
well much appeared to believe what they were talking about. It was somewhat amusing.
Yes, it is amusing when someone believes in something that...
Hey,
Oh, I mean...
Bigfoot is real
Oh.
in my brain.
Okay.
Did you know that
If
there's
he's
a
so
correlative?
big, how does he fit in your brain?
Did you know? You can correlate the ocean temperatures with UFO sightings.
Really?
Yeah, the charts line up really well, actually.
As according to this movie.
No,
Oh.
this is another movie I was watching. Oh, I was talking earlier about satellites. Well, they have they're having degrading satellite.
What, it tells you you're fat?
Decaying orbit ones that are used to tell the water level of the oceans. And so they think the oceans are rising, but in fact, the satellite's getting closer.
Well,
One of the pictures, this guy showed a picture of this landmass in California from the 30s, and then showed the exact same picture today, and it looks exactly the same. Anyway, yeah, that's what I watched. I was watching Grimm too, and I'm really digging the season I'm in.
Is it seasonal?
5, I think.
there's only 4 seasons: spring, summer, fall, winter.
And then winter again.
What about Sprawl?
Sprawl.
Between fall and spring.
That's called winter.
Urban sprawl.
What about swummer?
Swummer? It's
Finter.
Wummer.
It's Funter.
Spummerall.
Sprummerall.
We've got winter and sprummerall.
Sounds like a disease or medication. Try a
May
new
cause
Sprummerall.
schizophrenia.
Schizophrenic laughter. From your device.
Yes.
All right. Does anybody have any nerd cred?
Remember my topic last week where I was talking about cars?
No.
Well, the guy that had the original argument that came up at work. That's why I showed him my charts and graphs, and I think he's like, wow, you went way into this. He was kind of skeptical until I showed him that I compared the percentage of worldwide sales versus the United States sales, and he was more like interested. Like, the Nissan Sentra was like 91% of all Nissan Sentras are sold in the United States,
Oh,
which is an odd one to have in because it's a Japanese car company.
yeah.
Anyway, that was kind of nerdy.
My coworker I'm reviewing some work documents that he's been writing, and he used the word respectively in one of them,
Nice.
but he didn't use it correctly.
Oh no!
And so I, rolled my chair over there and I was talking to him. I was like, you can't, this isn't the right way to use this. And he kind of acted like he didn't believe me. And I guess I got kind of forceful because at one point he's like, "Are you mad at me?" I was like, "No, I just want you to use this word correctly." So he took it out. And then,
Do you even get your dictionary out and show him?
no, I just
That's what I
conveyed
do.
to him the information with my voice. But then the next
You spoke to him?
day I was reviewing something that he had written, and he used it correctly in that one.
So you show it to him and give him a attaboy?
So I was like, "Hey, nice usage." And he was like, "Oh
Patted him on the
yeah."
head.
Give him
So
candy?
yeah, I disabused him of
Did you ring a bell? Ding.
incorrectly using the word respectively.
I have a tendency when people say regardless, I say irregardless just to bug them.
My lead has started doing that.
I say nose regardless.
So
Even I'm not doing it in a sense either. Like, well, regardless of irregardless. It makes LFG.
You're
LFG
evil.
uses that word a lot. Regardless.
So I had gotten after my lead for saying irregardless, and then
if you look at the dictionary, it's in there.
I was reading a list of portmanteaus, and it was in there. It was like, this is a portmanteau of irrespective and regardless. It's like, oh, okay, weird.
I
But-
found out he was using the word imbibe incorrectly today. I knew it was for
To drink.
intaking stuff, but it's just for drinking.
Yeah.
So just for liquids.
Yeah, you can't imbibe your...
Food. Well, you can
Unless
try.
you put it in a blender. Food processor. Make a liquid cheeseburger.
respectively.
Right.
Oh,
Etc.
irrespectively.
If you were to make a liquid cheeseburger, do you need to add liquid to
Yes.
like
Milk.
you do milkshakes? Is milk the liquid you should add to
No,
a
Diet Coke.
cheeseburger? Okay, that's what I was thinking.
Cheese.
Probably was-
Liquid cheese.
Oh, my Mega Cube mates and I are going to have a nachos lunch tomorrow all
Oh.
together,
It's not my
excluding other people.
Nice.
lunch. Not
We're-
your lunch.
It's Mega Cube plus our Mega Cube annex. That's not quite part of Mega Cube, but almost.
The Meganics.
Yes,
We're
the
having
Mega Nex.
tacos.
Are you gonna
We
let
took
the
the wall.
mechanics
We took
go?
the full wall down and made it a half wall between us and this cubicle, so we could see the window.
Oh.
The,
Do I need to come visit your office so I can see this?
I could show you CAD drawings.
I'm sure you
Of
could.
course you
When
could.
people want to rearrange their
And
cubicles, they
that's
come
nerd
talk to
cred.
me, and and then I can bring up their cubicle and we can arrange it for them.
Nice.
Come to my office and draw mine.
I have a laptop.
Yeah, you could go to your office.
Have you
found
ever
out-
been to my office?
I've been to an office
So no.
where you were sitting
been there.
once. We were way in the back of the room by the vault.
Yes.
I think I've been there once. I couldn't find it again though.
Oh, I don't remember.
That's because you have bad memory, old man.
Huh?
Get off my podcast.
I was doing that the other day. People were saying stuff and I was misconstruing it and saying it back to them wrong.
I can't imagine that.
I don't think I want to buy your bass boat.
I need to do that with the new engineers that surround me at work. They're all in their early to mid 20s.
They're just baby engineers.
Yes. Barely out of the shell.
Eggheads. That's what I'm going to call.
All right, our final segment is feedback. Is that what you were?
We will
That's
snap
why
our
we
heads, look
both
at you.
snap our heads and look at you, yes.
We got a new Facebook follower named Jeanette.
Oh.
I don't know. Neither DVD nor I
See,
know
we do
who
have
she is. So.
female listeners. Or
They-
she clicked like
We
accidentally.
Well,
We did until this episode. Oh.
Send your
Come
hate mail
back.
to
DVD.
Chicks and Birds.
we were the only podcast she was following.
Oh, okay.
Why wouldn't we be?
So
We're not offensive.
We are the only podcast you should be
Welcome.
listening to.
We're the only non-offensive
I'm
podcast
just
on
kidding.
YouTube.
are there other podcasts?
Yes.
On YouTube?
I don't know.
Yeah,
And a guy named Bradley liked one of our G.I. Joe pins
Yes!
on Pinterest.
Go Bradley. Wait, isn't Bradley Bishop one of the code names or one of the real names of one of the G.I. Joes? Probably not.
And I had a little Twitter back and forth with the Mavs podcast.
Aha, so
Is
that
it
proves there are other
positive?
podcasts.
Or negative.
Well, one of them
Negative.
was talking about an incident where he got drunk and fell asleep under his boss's Christmas tree.
Which
How did-
happens.
Was he invited into the house or just
Yes.
showed up there?
Yeah, it was like a work
Was he
party.
dressed like Santa?
And so I was like,
Puked in one of the presents?
I've laid down under Christmas trees before. It's pretty comfortable. So I,
Did the pine needles fall in your eyes?
Yes.
no.
They'd stab him.
They're not like constantly
Were you-
raining down.
Were you dressed as a Christmas present at the time?
No. But
Why not?
so I tweeted, I said, yeah,
Who were you giving yourself to for Christmas?
lying under a Christmas tree is oddly comfortable.
All he's wearing was a bow.
And they tweeted back and said they agree entirely. So
I ought to try that then.
yeah. Next time you're putting your Christmas tree up, just crawl underneath and lay.
Maybe I'll just hang one from my ceiling fan and just turn it
That way you can see all the ornaments.
Should I hang it pointy side down or up?
Pointy side down, of course. It makes it easier to tie it up there.
Will you get dizzy following the point?
No, but when it hits you in
You
the
just
face
turn-
every 3 seconds.
Turn it really fast. It's like,
Shake all the stuff off
hey,
the
it's
walls.
like in Doctor Who, that tree that attacks
Does
them.
everything go back to Doctor Who for you?
Apparently.
Who?
Yes, I guess so.
They should have Horton in one of the episodes, like the elephant.
If you want to contact us, send an email to enginerdyshow@gmail.com. Or you can find us on Facebook and Twitter. You can send us a message there. Just search for Enginerdy Show.
Uh-huh.
You can leave reviews. You can follow us through our website, which is enginerdyshow.com.
Duh.
While you're there,
Yeah.
click through our Amazon link and bookmark it so that every time you go to Amazon and do shopping, you can support the show and help us buy a new sound mixer.
Will sound way better.
Hopefully.
We should have an episode
See,
where we're
then
replaced
these
by
jokes will be
girls.
about funnier.
Wouldn't that be
We
funny?
should do that.
Do what?
Do an episode where we're just replaced by girls.
Just have our wives come on.
Didn't that happen already?
I would have remembered if I was replaced by a girl.
Didn't we have an episode with
Chicks?
St. Jimmy's wife and a friend?
Yeah, but they weren't replacing.
Oh, I thought they
I
were.
was thinking like a gag where...
It was just a special episode. I think it was
Oh.
a season.
Do you know today is International
I don't
Women's
know.
Day?
No, I didn't.
Now you
I
know.
did. My calendar told me.
My calendar doesn't speak to me anymore.
My calendar did.
Oh.
Were you
Pastafarian.
wearing it? Oh, so it was on your head, near your ears, where it can talk to you.
Some people call it an echo. I just call it it's speaking to me.
Thank you for listening this week. Stay nerdy.
Live long and nerdy.
You changed your thing.
Did I?
You have it and always shall be my nerds.
What do I usually say?
I don't know.
I thought that was
I
it.
think he said it right.
Did he?
I think so.
Huh. Weird.
You don't listen to these shows, though, so you don't know.
If not the end.
Now you're making me double.
You're not even
test
usually
myself.
on the show, are you?
Am I?